So, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're joining me from. So, like I said a few days ago, we want to look at how to create AI videos, how to lip sync, how to do some of these things that you can use for different use cases. You want to use it to promote your products. You want to use it for your business advertisement. You want to use it for learning too. You're creating a course and you want to use your avatar to talk through the entire course without you sitting down recording the video over and over again. So that is what we want to do today. For those of us that are on YouTube, if you can hear me, if my audio is okay, you can just drop something in the chat and I'll check it out. You can just drop something in the chat. I want to be sure you can hear me before I continue. So for those of us on YouTube, you can just say one or two things so that I'll know that you can hear me loud and clear before I continue. So you're welcome. You're welcome. I can see there are some people online already. So please drop me a message if you can hear me loud and clear. Leave me a message in the chat. For those of us on YouTube, you can just say one or two things. Okay. Thank you. I can see that. Adelano, you're welcome. Kabir, you're welcome. Okay. All right. Thank you. I can see your messages now. All right. Thank you. Sure, loud and clear. All right. So we want to just get into it. Others can replay the video all over again and they will be able to do what we're going to do today. Okay. So to start with, there are many AI sites where you can create AI images, where you can create AI avatar. You want to clone yourself, you want to clone your audio, you want to lip sync. There are several sites to do this. And I do tell people that it's not about paying subscription for all these wonderful sites. It's not about jumping from one place to the other, but it's about your own strategy. It's about what you want to do, knowing what to do, knowing how to do it. It's the most important thing. So there are many tools out there, but we are just going to touch a few of them today. And disclaimer, right? Some of these tools, you won't be able to enjoy them until you actually subscribe. And there are some of them that are not that expensive because they use GPUs to help you create your videos, to help you create your images. So they also need to pay for somebody. And AI consume a lot of, training AI, running GPUs consume a lot of power. So these companies, they also spend a whole lot of money on GPUs, on power, and all that. So just be prepared that to be able to go all the way, to be able to create all these hyper realistic videos and short movies and all that, you may need to subscribe to do that. But we will still run through some of those tools together. And this evening, I will be using ChatGPT. We will be looking at Kling AI. We will be looking at Hedra. We'll also be looking at Fish Audio, and then the last one is Jammable. And there is a reason for touching all these tools that I mentioned, because at times you will need to combine two or three of these tools to be able to create something that will wow people, that thing that will have a wow factor. So you may need to combine one, two, or three of these tools. But again, we will run through everything together. So let's get into it. Number one thing is, what do we want to do? What do you want to do? Right? You want to create images. You want to create consistent AI images. That's one of the things that many of these AI platforms have not really completely figured out. But there is a way you can create the prompt and then copy the prompt and duplicate the prompt and then, just play with it. Except for LX Studio that some of us in Nigeria will not be able to use, or until you probably just, change your you use a VPN and change your IP. So LX Studio can actually help you or allow you create consistent images, but we will get there. So what is the story? That's the first thing. What is the story? What do you actually want to do? And to get your story, you can always start from a tool like ChatGPT. That is why I said we will be touching ChatGPT, we will be touching Kling, Hedra, and some of these things. So, number one, what is our story? What do we want to do? Okay, so if you have your story, then you can build on your story. I started something, and that is the image that I shared, that young boy and the robots sitting together somewhere, and then I had to automate, lip sync their mouth and something. So I created this. This is the image. Okay, this is when they are standing. So I created this image that I want to use this image to tell a story. So you want to start from what is the story? What do you want to do? What do you actually want to achieve? So that is number one. So this evening, I want to go with my story. I will recreate this particular image and I will also show you how to get an image online and then tell ChatGPT to come up with a detailed prompt for that same image, and you can reuse that image in your own video, in your own image, in your own story. Before we now get to, oh, let them lip sync, let the mouth of your image continue to move and sync with the audio that you must have uploaded. That is the end product. So what is the story? This is my own story. This young African boy has a humanoid robot, and together they do all the things that they do. So the robots help the boy in house chore, they move around in the city, it's like his own personal assistant or bodyguard or whatever you want to call it. So that's my own story. Your own story could be, oh, you're creating a Bible story, oh, you're creating story around what happened in the Quran, or you're teaching a subject and you want to animate the entire thing, or you have a product and you want to create your own short kind of marketing clips. So this is my own story. Let us now assume that I want something like this. I want this image and I don't know how to write the prompt to generate something like this. There are several ways to do it. You can either go online, get a picture from anywhere, Pixabay, Google, iStock, then bring the image back into ChatGPT and then ask it to give you the detailed prompt to generate that particular image. This is what I'm saying. Let me bring in the image that I shared now, and we will now tell it to create it and let us compare what it will generate. So I have this image. Yes, this image, I got it. Let's assume I got it from somewhere online. So this is the image. You can come to ChatGPT and say, you know what, give me the detailed prompt to create this image. Make sure you capture all elements up till the little details and description. I want exactly what I added. Okay, make it very detailed. You know, that's what I want. I want something like this. I want to be using that particular prompt anytime I want them to stand up, or I want them to sit, or I want them to run, or I want them to be somewhere else while telling my story. So this is what I've done. And if I send it in, it will generate the prompts. I uploaded that image and then it will give me the prompts. It's already writing the prompts. Look at the prompt. So I will you reuse this prompt now and tell it to do something else. Make them stand up or make them, sit together in a classroom. I think I'll do that. So it is helping me to generate the prompt now. So I have the detailed prompt. Then I can copy this prompt and use any of the image generation tools out there, Leonardo, Midjourney, Copilot, even ChatGPT itself. You can use it to, you know, recreate the image. So I will now paste the prompt here, that prompt that it helped me to generate. I will now look for where they are probably sitting down and then change the whole thing there and tell them to stand up or something. So with sits in, I want to change this, sits in a classroom filled with other students. Okay, then he's typing on the laptop, blah 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 blah. Humanoid with teeth on his shoulder. The setting is, I'll change this, that the setting is a modern futuristic classroom, okay, in a school. So I am changing where they are now. The desk is something, something, something. Maybe I want to leave all those things, you know, or I want to cut out this part, all right. The overall warm, something, something. Okay. You see what I've done now? I first of all generated the prompts. So I now want ChatGPT to create an image of my description. So if I send that in now, it will create something very, very close to what I've done. This is one way of doing this. There are several ways of doing it. Like I said, if you go to LTX Studio, you can upload similar pictures and then train it. So next time you want to generate an image, it will give you something close to that particular image, several ways of achieving the same result. So let's see the image that this will generate. Maybe it will be something close to what we have here. Maybe they will look the same, but this time around, I said both of them should be sitting inside a classroom. So again, I'm using ChatGPT. You can still use Copilot or Leonardo or Adobe or Midjourney, many of those platforms to still create something. It's just for you to know how to write the prompts. Then you can use any of these platforms to still be able to help you create the image that you want. So once we have our image, we will take that image to Kling and then tell it to, animate it or do something close to what I did earlier in the week. So the image is coming up now. So let's wait and see if the boy will look like the boy that I uploaded. So let me scroll up for you to still have a glimpse of that. So this is the image I uploaded that I want to use in my story. Look at it, almost the same, right? So they look almost the same, but this time around, both of them are sitting in the classroom. Can you see? So if I am telling a story now, I can start by saying, oh, this is when the boy was trying to complete his assignment at home with the help of the robots. Then this is when the boy gets to the school and is still trying to rush and, still with the help of the robot. You can now tell the story, create multiple images like this, and then run the images, put your audio, put your caption on it to create that story. What I've done so far, we are using the free version to do this. So you can still do this for free. Okay, you can do all this that I'm doing for free. So we have our second image. So let me download this image now. And we want to now use this somewhere. So we've created the image. So we've seen how to recreate our image. If I still want this same kind of image, but in a different location, I will still copy my prompt here, the detailed prompt here, tweak it and change some of those things there. That's one way. Another way is we will take it to a particular tool and tell it to change it there. So I've downloaded this image. The second tool that we want to take a look at, we'll still come back to ChatGPT, is klingai.com. Kling. Kling is one of the best out there when it comes to creating hyperrealistic images to video or text to video. When you sign up on Kling for free, you will get a certain amount of credits for free. But the credits that you're going to get, I think you will be able to create maybe 2 or 3 videos. Then after that, you will need to subscribe. Kling subscription is not as expensive as InVideo or as Agen or Runway, but it is very cheap. Just that the video you can create is between 5 and 10 seconds maximum. But what you can do with that 10 seconds is a lot, because you can tell it to loop. You can, we will get there. So this is Kling now. When you go to klingai.com, klingai.com, let me see if I can drop that in the, yes, I can. Klingai.com. Like I said, you will get free units. So what can you do on Kling? You can do AI images. You can type your texts and create images. You can also create what we call AI videos, and that is where we're going. So I'll click on AI videos. This is AI videos. The AI videos window here is saying I should drop the image that I want to turn to a video. We created few minutes ago, we will turn it to a video. Okay, we'll convert that image to a video. But before I do that, let's just run through this screen. So you have the image to video, you drop the image here. You have the elements here where you can still describe, upload or select the subject or the scene and then describe their actions. So this is like you creating a movie. So you want to create like 1 to 4 images, and then the 4 images can actually transit from one to the other. So you can do the elements here. And the effects, you can talk about the kind of effects that you want. You want the camera to zoom in, you want the image to, inflate, or you want something, you can describe the effects, something like this. Cool, right? So let's go back to the frame. I want to turn the image we created in ChatGPT to a video. So from here, I'll click and then pick the image we created minutes ago. So this, the robot and the boy sitting in the, so that's the image that I am uploading. If you're still with me, you can still hear me, you can just say yes or something in the chat. If you're still with me, let me know that you're still there. So I'm uploading the image in our Kling now. I'm uploading the image. So the image is being uploaded here. So it's coming up. So I can say this is the starting position of my image. I can add another thing here and say this is the end. So maybe I want the boy to be sitting down at first, and then the end, I want the boy to be standing or be walking or something. I can create an image when the boy is standing or walking, and I add that to the end, so that when I create my video, it will start from when the boy is sitting down and then gradually, smoothly transit to when the boy is standing. Okay, so I have uploaded the image. We are doing image to video. Now we have a prompt here, which is optional, right? I can type what I want the image, what I want to happen to the image. So maybe I want the boy and the robot to, whatever I want them to do. Maybe I want to change the background. I want to change the environment to something. I can as well type it there. I can type it there and say, oh, change from this to this. So if I come to the prompt here, I can describe what I want. Oh, I want the camera zooms out from the boy and the robot, and then um, and then change from classroom to the space or something. You know, Again, don't forget, I said the story is very, very important. The story you are telling is very, very important. So you want to stick with your story. What do you want to achieve? So maybe I've typed this now, then I scroll down. Motion brush, this one is not available to 1.6. Then you want to set the standard mode or the professional mode. Professional mode is better quality. Then you want to decide on the duration, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, you will spend more credits with 10 seconds compared to 5 seconds. Okay, so I will leave it at 5 seconds. I don't want to use up my credits. And then um, if I click on generate, it will start to generate. And it's already telling me that I will use 35 credits to create this video. If I change the number of the duration to 10 seconds, look at what happened. I will now spend 70 credits, but I don't want to spend 70 credits. I want to spend 35. And that's all. If I click on create now, it will tell me within 1 minute or 2 minutes, thereabouts, okay, a minute, it will now generate the video. It will generate a video from the image that we uploaded. So we will see the image very soon now. So we'll generate it here, and from here we'll go to Hedra again. Hedra is where you can now, I think that's what some of us saw and we're like, oh, this is cool. We can now add our own audio to the characters, and the characters will say what we want the characters to say, and the lip will sync and will be in sync with whatever we want it to say. So I'm just waiting for this to be generated, and okay, 30 more seconds, it's almost done. In 30 seconds we will see the results. Then I'll play the result. We'll see the result in a few seconds. So while this is generating, let me just go back to ChatGPT. Let me go back to ChatGPT, for example. Okay, I think it's done. It's done. Okay, it's coming up. So check let's check out some now. Look at the images now, kind of something. Say, okay, you see the head tilting. So yeah, so what happened there? It's really not something really cool, but at the same time, you can see that the image is now being animated based on what I typed. Okay, but maybe that's not like a perfect result, which is cool. We can come back there, change the prompt and regenerate, but I'm not going to regenerate. I will use my prompt. So this is something. This is how I achieved all the things that I did here. Let me show you this. No. Okay, so I added the Olumorok here. They added a prompt, area view of the city with flying vehicles. Can you see flying vehicles over it, and then the vehicles, I mean, airplanes flying over Olumorok and all that. I also created, yes, this particular one, Third Mainland Bridge. Then I said a big whale breaking the bridge with more boats in the ocean. So I created something like this, and then I got this. So they can use this in the movie, and then I also did this. I created these rabbits. They said the rabbits should just dance or something, and you can see the rabbit is dancing and all that. This is how I was able to achieve this. The next tool that we will quickly talk about is Hedra. This is the one that will give you that perfect lip sync. It will give you that perfect lip sync. The same thing, similar to Kling, you will need to subscribe to get credits. So you will be given free credits also that you can use to lip sync, generate your video. But if you want to do more, you will need to subscribe. Okay, so this is the interface. Sign up for free. If you need more, you pay. So here you can add the image, and then you can add the audio, and you wait for Hedra to just complete the work. So for example, if I'm adding the frame now, I will bring in the same image that we just created, bring in the same image down. I can either record the audio right now, or I can upload an audio that I have somewhere. So what I will do now is I will record the audio as I'm speaking. I will record the audio, and let's see. Okay, so let me record the audio. Oh, my robot. So what do I do? How do I solve this question? I'm struggling to understand mathematics. Please help me. Okay, I did that. Let me try. Oh, my robot. So what do I do? How do I solve this question? I'm struggling to understand math. Okay, so I love that I can add to the video. I can also decide to change the voice. Maybe I don't want to use my voice again, or the voice in the audio that you uploaded, you can change that voice here. But I'll go ahead and use my voice, add the audio. Look at it. I don't even need to type anything here. Okay, I don't even need to do anything here. All right. So if I just click on this generate, and it is telling me that it will consume 67 credits. The longer the video, the higher the credits that you will need to spend. So I will just click on this arrow and wait for the results. The result we're expecting is for the boy to be able to lip sync what I said in the audio. So that will be the end result. So it do that for a while. But while that is coming up, like I said, I want to show something in ChatGPT. Not many people have been using them, and it can actually help us achieve a lot. And what am I talking about? The GPTs here. Even on the free version, you have GPTs here. Yes, I'm using the paid one, but if you're using the free one, you still have these Explore GPTs. So if you click on Explore GPTs, it show you many GPTs there that maybe you've not tried before. Expedia, video AI, website generator, image generator, write for me, logo creator, consensus for researchers, data analysts, creative writing. You have many GPTs there. And what are these GPTs? They have been created by people like you and I. Okay, so when you use any of these GPTs, you don't even need to know how to write the complete prompt. If you just types a line, the person that created the GPT would have helped you optimize it. It will be optimized automatically. So, for example, let me try out Expedia. And some of them, you have plugins that have been APIs that will connect to that particular website. Expedia is, I think, a tourism website and all that. So if I say start chat here, we're doing this while waiting for the Hedra video to be done. So I'm on a GPT and I'm using Expedia. So if I say, oh, top places to visit in San Francisco, for example, now. So if I put this now and I say send, because I am not just using ChatGPT, I am using one of the GPTs created for this by Expedia. And what they do is tourism. Without me writing long prompts, it came up with what? Their locations, the landmarks there. And it's even asking me, would you like recommendation for activities? I say yes. You know, I did not add that to my prompts, but because I am using a GPT that has been programmed, that has been prepared to do this, so it is now saying, do I want to talk to Expedia directly? If I say allow, it will now bring in more information from Expedia right inside the ChatGPT here. See, it is now bringing more information from Expedia, telling me more about the hotels, including the prices and all that, and even the pictures. So this you can do in ChatGPT, not just you type your prompt and you go. Many companies, many people have created lots of what you call GPTs there that you can just make use of right inside ChatGPT to help you do a whole lot. You're a data analyst, you are writing, you need clarity coach for your writing and all that. Look at what we're seeing inside ChatGPT. It's bringing me the hotels in San Francisco, the prices, and this is what you get when you visit Expedia site. So if you go to GPTs, explore GPTs, you will see a whole lot of GPTs there in hundreds. Topics, writing, productivity, research and analysis. You want to research, do your research. You want to connect to consensus to look for similar papers, you know, Scholar AI, SciSpace. You can use all these GPTs. All right, let's go back to Hedra now. Our video should be ready. It's still processing. Okay, it's video. It will take a few minutes. So let's still go back to here. So you have a whole lot of GPTs here. Education, tutor me, law and contracts. You are signing a contract, you know, you don't know anything about law, you don't even know how to write your prompts. You can come here, use this. A whole lot of GPTs are here that will help you achieve your goal. So don't just shut yourself out and only be typing your prompts and that's all. You can use the GPTs. Another thing is you can as well create your own. You can create your own GPT. I created some of these GPTs here. I have my clarity coach, Onkowe here. I have third prime data analyst here. So data analysis here. If I share this with you, you can use it. So if you just drop anything here, it will understand that you're working on a data analysis project and it will help you beef up your prompts and give you something solid. That is how the GPTs work. Let's go back to Hedra. It's taking. Come back and see Hedra. I hope you remember how we audio and then that was all that. I think it's done. So let me play it. Oh, my robot. So what do I do? I hope you can hear the audio. Question. I'm struggling to understand mathematics. Please help me. I hope you can hear what the what's it called? The boy in the video is saying. Oh, my robot. Let me download. So what do I do? How do I solve this question? I'm struggling to understand mathematics. Please help me. Let me play it so that it's going to be bigger. Let me open it here. Even if it is Yoruba you are saying, it will still try to synchronize the lip so that it's closer to what you. So what do I do? How do I this question? I'm struggling to understand mathematics. Can you see that not only the boy, it's not only the boy that is actually moving.
Oh, my
Even all the
wristwatch.
other
So
class
what do I
members,
do?
can you
How
see
do I
them?
solve this
They are
question? I'm
also
struggling to
moving. They are
understand
also
mathematics.
trying
Please
to
help me.
respond to what we're doing by just dropping our picture and dropping the audio. So this is how I was able to achieve the one that I shared. I shared one online that many people saw. I think this one where I spoke Yoruba. So you can do that in Hedra. Again, the story is the most important thing. You want to come up with a story. You want to follow a story. So you can have it short like this, and at the end of the day, take everything to Canva or CapCut,
Àkókò ti
and
tó
then
fún mi láti máa kọ́ nípa
you
AI
bring
báyìí
them together.
torí ká tó wo wájú, ká tó wo ẹ̀yìn, ká tó wo ọ̀tún àtòsì. AI ni gbogbo èèyàn ń sọ báyìí nísìnyí. Èmi náà ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ gbẹ́yìn nínú ọ̀rọ̀ AI báyìí. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni AI mi, ṣé wàá máa kọ́ mi báyìí nísìnyí? Kémi náà lè mọ bá tí ń lò ó dáadáa.
So that's how I was able to achieve this. Brought in the picture and then record my audio, and I was able to create that video. So if you want to create maybe a lengthy video now, you will now download it short by short video and then bring everything together using maybe CapCut or any video editor that you like. So you now have multiple scenes and then you bring it together. If you don't want to bring it together, you don't want it to be more than this, you can just add a sound, add a song at the background, and just let the image just animate. I have checked hundreds of YouTube channels, and I tell you, some of these YouTube channels are filled with these lo-fi videos where you have image and then an instrumental. They are not talking, they are not doing anything. So you just see the image and then instrumental. So you can get just the image that is not saying anything, and then you had a song at the background, and the song will play all the way. So we've looked at how to create image, regenerate image with ChatGPT. We've seen Kling, we've seen Hedra, and then I said we want to look at fish.audio. This is where you can easily clone your own voice. Fish.audio. This is where you can clone easily, and it is free. Fish.audio. If you go to fish.audio, you can clone your voice in, and it's fantastic. And once you clone your voice here, you can give it any text. It will now use your clone voice to read out the text, and think of what you can do with that. You know, you want to create something, you can just drop a lengthy text and it will read it in your own voice for free. I am doing that for free. I have not subscribed. Okay, I haven't subscribed at all. So you can come here and clone your voice. If you just click on your avatar, then you see voice cloning. So if you come to voice cloning, you will record your own voice, give it a cover image, give it a name. This is optional. Input your own audio. You can just record yourself and then it will create it. So let's create one now. I will upload a cover image, any image at all. I'll upload a cover image. Let me just use the same image here. Bring in a cover image for your audio. Give him test, then instance yes. So I want to add my audio. Either you just bring in a recorded audio, or you just record directly here. So you can record directly. So let me bring up a script, and then I will read the script to record directly. Okay, so okay, I can even read what is it. So let's allow. Trees cover solar energy, convert solar energy into chemical energy through photosynthesis, providing oxygen for organisms on Earth. This process is essential for maintaining the ecological balance of the Earth. I have read, I stop just that few seconds, so I can just play what I recorded. Trees cover solar energy, okay, which is good. So I can then say create, as easy as that. If I click on create now, it will, let me bring this away. It will create a clone voice of myself. Then I can reuse that voice to do something else. See, I've cloned this text. I've cloned it now. So I can use it to generate a sample. This is a new text. If I say generate sample, it will now generate a new audio of me reading this particular text, a new audio of me reading this text. Within few seconds, I am able to clone my audio. So I can create a podcast. You are somebody that you're creating content for.
Yeah, water cycle moves through atmosphere.
So you want to record something for somebody, you know, you can now easily clone your voice and then use it to say a whole lot of things. You can tell it to, you know, say different things. Okay, let me use one of my clone voice now, and then let me use this. I will now put a text. Okay, so this is a text, a new text. If I now say, okay, you see that all I'm doing is still free. Let me just my text. Okay, text to speech, instant uh, text to speech. Okay, use my voice and create. So this, I want to use my
So
clone
people
voice
ask me
now
about learning
to
data skills,
create
right?
a
Here's what
new
I tell
audio.
them.
So
Focus
the
on
cloned,
understanding the business
I hope
problem
you can hear
first.
what it's saying. Let
AI
me keep
can.
quiet and
So
play it
people
again.
ask me about learning data skills, right? Here's what I tell them. Focus on understanding the business problem first. Yeah, AI can do the calculations, but you need to know why you're analyzing something, what impact it has on.
Okay, what would you say? Will you say it sounded like me in a bit? So I can clone my voice easily and use that my voice and use it to do something else. Okay, so that is another thing you can do using the fish.audio. All I've done now, it's free. I did not subscribe to clone my voice. So you can now give it a text, tell it to read it. You can download the audio that it will create, and you're still the one talking. So that's fish.ai. So when you combine all this, you can create content, you can create video, you can create animation for whatever you have in mind, depending on your goal, depending on what you want to achieve. Okay, so I hope we can just jump on any of these tools and then see what we can actually do with these tools going forward. So try out Kling AI, try out Hedra, try out fish.audio, take a shot at the GPTs in ChatGPT, and finally, you can try out Jamable too. What do I use Jamable to do? In one of my videos, it was sounding like a cat, sort of. So you can convert a sound to that of a cat or anything using Jammable. That's why I said you can combine some of these tools to actually do something. So I did this. This Burna Boy's common person. So you can call even the Jammable. I was able to do it for free. So you can just say, oh, you want to create a new sound, and then you upload the real song. You do what we call AI cover. So you have a you want to use the song, but you don't want the voice in the song. You can do AI cover and sound like comic character, any of these characters, including notable people too. So you can use their voices to create your audio. So how do I do this? I'll create the cover here, use that audio, bring it to Hedra to help me create my video so that it's sounding more like kids. I will be the one to say all the things that I want to say. Maybe I don't have kids around that will help me do the recording. I can record it using my own voice and then ask Jamegu to help me use a cat voice, a SpongeBob voice, any of those characters' voices, and then I use the voice in Hedra to create my video. So the possibilities are endless. It depends on the most important thing that I mentioned earlier, the story. What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? What is the end goal? That is what should drive us, in whatever we want to do. So I will pause here and just leave probably the remaining 10 minutes. If you have questions and if you believe you're able to learn one or two things, you can say something in the chat. And if you've got questions, you can as well ask in the chat. Any question or you want something, you can drop it in the chat. I will see it here and I'll be able to respond in the next few minutes. And if you believe you've been able to grab one or two things, you can just drop it in the chat. And then, is there a popular system requirement? Yes, yes. Okay, so two things. Number one, yes, your system, if you're running, you need a very good, what do you call it now, RAM. If it has dedicated video graphic cards, that's really wonderful. So you need a system that's maybe Wi-Fi, dedicated graphics of maybe 2 gig, then your RAM is maybe 16 gig RAM. But for some of these models, it's not even you. It is their own GPU that is generating the video from their own end. So if you are using the free version, it will take a longer time. If you're using the paid version, it will take a shorter time. So that's what happened. It takes a while before the video is being generated. It's creating something from nowhere, from what we call the black box. So it will definitely take some time. So it may not be from your end, it may be from the platform, it may be from the platform. All right, so I think you can check out the video from the beginning, but I will just write some of them here. We use Kling, Hedra, ChatGPT, Jammable, and Fish. Yeah, Fish.audio. So you can see all the tools in the chat. To create AI music, yes, you can create AI music. I have enough time. I love doing that. Try out suno.com. Suno is suno.com. So you can suno.com to create for AI music. So if you use suno.com, you can type your own lyrics. It will sing the song It will play instruments. It can help you do a whole lot. Suno, it's cool. So for the person asking, Michael, yeah, Suno, it's cool. You use Suno.com to create AI music. So thank you for joining. I'll monitor the chat. I'll continue to monitor the chat even after the session to respond to question. And we can also watch the replay. All right. Thank you. See you some other time.